Hello everybody and welcome to the Friday Night Dim Day podcast. My name is Hoy Lincoln and I'm unprepared. Well, I'm not unprepared, I'm just a silly person. Tonight we had a birthday party to go to of my girlfriend's niece and I left my backpack there. Yep, left my backpack there. Yeah, not good, not too good. So I'm kind of gonna be going by this one by memory. How's everybody been doing? Pretty damn good, I hope. Noticed that even though I asked, nobody commented on the last video, so shame on you people. No, that's fine, just make sure you comment on this one, okay? Thank you. I need things to talk about. Please give me stuff. Back in the shed again, just a normal shed. We didn't have the party in the shed. We had the party at around the corner. Now I'm back at this corner, back in the shed again. I didn't expect to be in the shed again this week, but that's where I've wound up again. Yeah, we did have like a loose planning of having a little bit of drinks hereafter, but didn't go down as planned, so here I am alone. This is the first sober podcast, by the way. I'm going to be sober the whole way through. I'm still going to have a drink, though. Not an alcoholic one, don't worry. I'm going to pour myself a nice big ginger beer into the biggest wine glass that was here, because I need a drink for the podcast, because that's just what makes me comfortable. So yeah, we'll just start off where we left off last week. Yeah, Saturday was me and my girlfriend's 1 year anniversary. I think this is the first podcast that's actually done on the Friday as well. This is doing it at like 11:50 on the... oh fuck, I don't know the date. Hang on, let's have a look. It's 11:53 on the 5th of October. Yeah, so last Saturday was me and my girlfriend's 1 year. I took her to the International Spring Festival in Palmerston. It was pretty cool. We got there a bit early, there wasn't too many people at the start, but it got a little bit spicy towards the middle bit. Food was expensive as. It was good though, I used to go there when I was little, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, food was expensive as. We got like these $5 wrap things, but the actual wrap was like some weird eggy, gross thing, and the chicken was half cooked. But that's cool, you know, that's what you get for paying cheap money for food where it's supposed to be expensive. Oh, it's a good ginger beer. It's almost half gone though. Maybe I'll have to polish off that bottle. But yeah, we had a little walk around, a little exploration. Saw a few people that I knew, didn't talk to them. But we bought some $3 ice creams each. They were good, man. She got a strawberry sherbet ice cream and I got a lime sherbet ice cream. They're actually nice. $3, definitely worth it. And I bought a $5 milkshake for us to share. And that one wasn't worth $5. Made us feel sick as a dog. Yeah, that was cool. We went to the movies later on in the night. I can't remember what we did when we got home. Just chilled out, I think. But we went to the movies and we went to see The Nun. That was a good movie, dude. Like, that was the best horror movie that I've seen in a long time. If you get the opportunity to watch it, you should definitely watch it. It links up with The Conjuring. Conjuring's pretty good. Probably the last best movie that I've seen. Not The Conjuring 2. From what I remember, that one was trash. I don't know. I've only seen it once, I believe. But The Nun was good. Nun was good. Definitely recommend it to anyone who enjoys horror movies. Fucking, somebody. I'm not going to name who it is, because you know who you are and you should be ashamed of yourself. Somebody didn't like the swearing that I was doing last podcast. And I have my reasons for the swearing, okay? I'm going to try cut down, because I agree I swore quite a lot in the last podcast. But when I get intoxicated, I get a little bit more profane. That's kind of just how I am as a person. But fuck it. That's what I do. But no, I will try to cut down on the swearing so it's a little bit less explicit. Yeah, what was next? Dude, it'll be really cool. Oh, I remember what's next now. The day after that, me and my family went to Wanganui to go look at our urupa, our family cemetery and church and stuff. And yeah, it was pretty cool. We went to Pack and Save before we left to go to Wanganui, because my dad needed an inhaler. Next door to our old house, we saw police emergency tape. I was like, hey, fucker, what's going on here? And we were like, is it a murder? Is it a burglary? We don't know. It was like, pretty strange. There's only a couple cops on the scene. It must have only just happened. And a few more cops turned up, you know, not too exciting, a little bit exciting, not too exciting. And some crackheads came over, conversed with the cops, got told to piss off, that's fine. And then another police car turned up, and it pulled into the car park that was kind of near. And he drove over the little concrete lip, and we're like, what's going on? Is he stuck? Because he was like trying to reverse out and nothing was happening. And we had a little closer look. And the policeman drove over the concrete lip and bottomed himself out on a tree stump. Now, that, not good. It was not good. It was funny as fuck though. It was great. He hopped out of the car. He was a little bit on the heavier side. My dad made some pretty good jokes about how he didn't pass field training and stuff. But, you know, I'm not going to judge him for that. He was a good guy. And we saw one of the crackheads. The crackhead, he reckoned he was, I don't know if he was a crackhead, okay, or a junkie or whatever. Definitely looked like one though. He like went and he tried to lift the car off of the stump by himself. It's like, mate, what are you doing? Look at the size of those arms. You're not moving nothing. And then the crackhead just biked off on the footpath with no helmet. cops didn't give a fuck. There's a couple of detectives on the scene. Must have been something quite large for them not to care about that, because they seem to care a lot about that. Officer Emily McMillan, name and shame. Yeah, that was cool though. I went to Wanganui. Yeah, my sister was in town because one of my other sisters had her baby shower on the same day as me and Georgie's anniversary. And so my sister was in town, so we decided to get up to the Urupa, have a look around. Damn, what's next on the list? I really wish I had it on me. There was something. Can't remember. How long has this been going for? 8 minutes. Oh, gosh. Fuck. Guess this can be a little get to know me better segment because I've forgotten what's been written down. My name's Hoyer Lincoln. I'm 19 years old. I attend UCOL. I said all this in the first episode. If you haven't watched, go watch. What's my favourite stuff? My favourite dinosaur is the Dimetrodon. I think that's what it's called. It's like a little Komodo dragon with spikes on its back. It's dope as. My favourite insect is the yellow jacket wasp. My favourite mammal is the echidna. Fucking love those things. My favourite Pokemon is Duskull. I'm not big into Pokemon, by the way. I just know that my favourite one's Duskull. My favourite Yu-Gi-Oh card. My favourite Yu-Gi-Oh card is Red Eyes Black Dragon. I had that card and it was just dope as holographic and everything. Mate, should have gone for some pennies, I reckon. It was dope. I mean, dope? What am I saying? It was not dope. What happened, I gave my mum my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I was like, okay, these are my real cards that are worth something. Can you just put them on Trade Me? And she put them on Trade Me, and guess what? She sold them for $1. She sold all my good cards for $1. And I was not happy. Anyway, what else? What else is my favourite things? My favourite number is 36. My favourite colour is all of them, because they all have their own special place in society. My favourite alcohol. My favourite drink was purple guarana for quite a long time. That's what my parents used to drink when I was little, so it brought back memories. And got a lot of shame for drinking purple G's, but they're still good. I haven't bought a box in a long time. I haven't bought a box of anything for a long time, over a year I'd say. But what are you going to do? My favourite book series is Chaos Walking series. It's pretty good. I think they were going to release a movie. I don't know what's happening with that. I hope they don't, because I like the books. My favourite autobiography is Life by Keith Richards. Fucking sick book. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about that. Yeah, I've probably given up on the all-nighters every Friday thing because I haven't done it. I did it one time, I was like, yo, this is sick, I'm going to be so productive. I'm going to do Keith Richards every fucking Friday. Nah. Nope. I haven't done it in a long time, and tonight I seriously doubt I'm going to do it. Because what else am I supposed to do, you know? I'm still trying to remember what was on that list. Today I came into the shed this morning, and I walked in and I was like, holy shit. There was so many flies in here. There was like at least 30 flies, like I'm not joking. There's like flies plastered all over the walls, flying around. I was like, mate, this is out of control. Something needs to be done about this. I had a look around. I was like, is there a fly swatter in this house? There's not a fly swatter at this house. Fly spray's gone missing. There wasn't much left anyway. So I was like, well, how am I going to kill these flies? Because I expected that we were going to have drinks in here after the party, but we didn't. I was like, how am I going to kill these flies? I was having a little scouge around, and I found a gardening glove. Unconventional weapon. Unconventional choice, but that's what I used, and spent a good half hour in the first session swatting flies with a gardening glove. Shit was good, it was fun. No, sorry, I'm not going to say that it was fun killing insects. Yeah, that's kind of mean. But, you know, it was something to do, and I enjoyed having something to do, not necessarily killing them, even though they're very annoying. Yeah, I did that for about half an hour, had a little break from that, came back, did it for another 20 minutes, and in that one, I met the most unlucky fly in my life. So it was fucking hilarious, okay? So have you ever... You're playing Call of Duty, right? And you're running up, and you see a team, not a team member, you see an enemy, and you're like, oh, I need to kill him. And you shoot, and you miss him. You're like, damn, I missed him. And you still get that hit marker. You're like, what happened? You killed another guy. You killed another guy that was, like, behind him. You're like, oh, hilarious. That's kind of what happened to me. So there was this fly on the, like, light shade, and I was like, oh, that little bugger, I'm going to get him. Bugger. I'm going to get him. And I went up, and I was like, okay, I need to get this precise, nice and quick, nice and fast death. And I went to go slap him with the glove, and as I started throwing the slap, he flew away, and I was like, damn, I didn't get him. And then, just as the glove hit the surface, another fly flew straight under there, and he got whapped. And I was like, oh! I didn't actually make that noise, but I was like, oh, bro. Now that has got to be unlucky. I'm pretty sure there's still a smear mark from him, and it's like, unlucky guy, man. That's unlucky. Yeah, that was my day today. How about you? Leave a comment. 14 minutes. Oh shit, I got a long way to go. Talk about stuff. I'm gonna need a sip. Oh, I finished my ginger beer already. Oh, hear that? That's the sound of not much ginger beer left. And that's not what we like to hear. Is one of those going? Oh no, it's only half a glass. Supplies a week. Get the fuck out of here. To pick that up soon? Alright, back into it. Dude, what do I talk about? I got a lot of space to fill, don't I? Landscaping. I did landscaping on Monday. Second week of landscaping. This week was a lot better than last week. I enjoyed this week a lot more. Like, not that last week was terrible or anything, but this one it was better. I got shipped out to fielding, got picked up. I had to pull out this white picket fence from this person's backyard, and I did that. And then we had to got a little digger in, started digging up their tiles, their concrete slabs, making a footpath, and we ripped all that out. And I was getting a shovel under there, wedging it out, picking it up with those strong, wide, girthy arms. I was picking up the concrete and slapping it in the back of the truck. Then after all that happened, we had to dig out the surface underneath there, make it 150 mils deep. The other dude's got the digger to dig that out, and I had to do the little edge corners to make it all nice and flush. Had to dig all those down, chuck the dirt in the piles. It was pretty cool, pretty alright. I had a long ass break, and I went to go pick up some metal. There's rocks, chuck some rocks under there. I compressed them down with this big vibrato machine. Compressed all the concrete, compressed all the rocks, tidied up, pissed off home, went back to the yard, did some tidying up, went to the dump, dropped stuff off at the dump, got off an hour early. And I was an hour early. So I got off an hour early. I was pretty happy. It started raining, that's probably why. Went home. What did I do? Made some beats, those were alright. I did make a beat that I really liked though. Stay tuned. No one's followed my SoundCloud, by the way. Please follow my SoundCloud. It's Hoya Karipa. Thank you for supporting me, because you will support me. Yeah. I don't have landscaping this Monday, because the boss, he's in Gizzy until Tuesday, so I won't have to go in on Monday, which I'm kind of happy about, but money's cool. But I'm happy that I don't have to work. Have you guys been watching the Shane Dawson, Jake Paul documentaries? They're pretty good, man. They're pretty good. If you haven't, you've got to watch them. He goes in and talks about all this Jake Paul shit. You might have watched already, so I'm not going to talk about it. But they're good. I recommend. So far, there's only 4 episodes out now, right at the moment. And he's going to be dropping the 5th one. It's going to have an interview. It's going to be cool. Yeah, my phone's on kind of low. It was on less than 20% when I started this podcast, so I had to go and grab a bunch of extendo cords. It's you double-ended USBs. Oh no, there's a female and male port on the USB. Yeah, and they just plug in, makes it go longer. So I've got 2 of those hooked up to a long USB, and it's working out well. I'm on 42% now. Good job. I haven't been swearing much, have I? Been trying to tone that down. What a fucking legend. Dude, the sad thing about forgetting my book is that I wrote down one of my dreams. Oh yeah, I decided that I might there was way too many dreams last week, I've decided. So I'm probably just going to pick 1 or 2 of my favourite dreams, and I did something else. What I did was I went on a dream dictionary online, and I analysed my dreams and saw what they meant. And I had all the meanings written down of my dream, and it was interesting. But those are all lost. I'll try to remember as much as I can. I might just do the dream segment now. I intended to have the dream segments later on in the podcasts, but I'm running out of shit to say. So here we go. So this was Tuesday night's dream, from what I can remember. So I was we were in the middle of nowhere, kind of like a mudlands, sandy, dry dirt lands, and there was a bunch of dead trees around, and I was in this house having a shindig or something. I can't remember what the shindig was. It was definitely told me in the dream, but I can't remember. My girlfriend was out walking in the forest, and it was full of dead trees, and I walked down to the house, and I was like, oh, I should probably find Georgie. And when I opened the door, a dog ran out with me, and my mum was like, you can't let that dog run away. And it didn't run away, it just kind of ran a little bit further from me, but it stayed with me. And my little nephew ran out, and he was like, I want to come with you. And I said, no, you have to go back inside. So he went back inside. And I was like, hey, time to find Georgie. I started walking around, and I saw a big open part of the forest where all the trees had been burnt down, they were still burning, and I was concerned. I was like, oh, I think Georgie might have walked there, because she's quite a curious person. I was like, I hope she hasn't walked to the burning part of the forest. And she sent me a Snapchat, and she wasn't in the burning part of the forest, which was pretty good. And eventually I walked with her, and I walked and I found her. The dog was still with me, and then she just disappeared all of a sudden, and I had to... Matt Peel was also out. Matt Peel's this guy from high school. It's pretty cool, nice friend of mine. Love you, Matt Peel. I had to find Matt Peel because he was out exploring as well. And I was walking, and I was trying to find Matt Peel, and I walked to this kind of river area. There was a lot of grass, open land area. and there was like a big wide river on one side of me. It kind of like twisted around all the place. It didn't make too much sense, but there was like a river on both sides, but it was the same river. I don't know. Bumped into Matt Peel. I was like, hey Matt Peel, we got to go home, buddy. And he was like, nah, I'm just going to keep exploring. I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe we should go home. He was like, nah. And so I was still following him. I tried to stay with him because I wanted him to be safe because I cared. And we got to like this real thin mud flaky stuff. Have you ever seen Journey to the Centre of the Earth? There's like this shit that they walk on, and it's like rocks. And it's real thin, and they fall through. That's kind of what it was like, except it was mud. And I was like, Matt Peel, man, this isn't good. And he's like, okay, I'm going to walk across. I was like, you're a fucking retard. Why are you walking across for? And he's like, because it'll be fun. I'm like, well, he didn't actually say that, but he was just like, oh, I'm going to walk across. And I was like, you're a dumby here. And I walked around, and he walked across, and I was like, you're a fucking idiot. And then he got to the end, and he was like making fun of me. He was like, I made it across. You were a pussy for not making it across. It didn't fall. You said it would fall. And I was like, yeah, whatever, Matt Peel. Laugh now, die later. Yeah, but then we kept on walking. From what I remember, he was like kind of walking through the river, and I was like walking around the river. And yeah, I was quite upset at him. I was walking, and I saw this like dead alligator body not alligator, it was definitely a crocodile. I remember the word crocodile in my dream. I was walking and I saw this dead crocodile body under the water, and I was like, oh, Matt Peel, look at that dead crocodile. And we had like a good little laugh about this dead crocodile, and it was kind of mean, but it was really funny in the dream. And yeah, we had a laugh, even though I was like upset at him. Kept on walking, and we reached this bit where we couldn't walk anymore. It was like a dead end, and then I was like, oh, Matt Peel, we should turn back, go home. And he was like, no, I'm going to swim across. And I was like, come on. And he jumped in the water, and he started swimming across, and the dog jumped in and started swimming with him. And I was like, I've had enough of this. But I kept following him because I was concerned. And there was like this muddy bridge walk across kind of thing, and I started walking across it. And I noticed that it was getting thinner, and I was like, oh, this is freaking me out. Why is it getting thinner? Turned out everything was the water was rising. It was flooding, and I was like, oh shit, this isn't good. I was like, Matt Peel, we got to go. And he was like, nah, it's fine. I reached the end of the mud thing. I was like, Matt Peel, come on, like the water's rising. We should probably go home. He was like, nah, it's cool. And then we kept walking, and eventually it got to the point where we were both swimming. There was no land for us, and I was like, okay, Matt Peel, we have to go home. He was like, okay, you're right, we have to go home. I was like, fuck you, idiot. And then he just turned around and started swimming away. And I was like, come on, mate. I found this like bank that I climbed up so I could walk home. And I started walking, and eventually Matt Peel decided that I was right, and he came and jumped up the bank and started walking towards me. And then we did some calculations in our head, and we figured out that the water was rising at 33 metres per hour. Yep, that was my dream, and it finished there. It was a pretty interesting dream to me. And the analysis was pretty interesting as well. See if I can remember most of it. So, the first thing the dog represented, like, my loyalty and, I can't remember. Something like that. And, I can't remember anything. The dead tree was like some hopes that I've lost or something. The burning trees was some heavy emotion. The old friend was like a part of me that I've forgotten or haven't been keeping in touch with. The thin mud was like, I'm kind of on edge. Swimming was like unexplored parts of my brain or something like that. Flooding was... Dude, what was flooding? I can't remember, but this stuff was interesting. I really wish I was not a fucking idiot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much point of me telling it if I'm a retard and forgot to bring it. I also had my jacket in my bag, and that would have been nice to have because it's freezing again, once again. I got a couple jackets on and a lot of blankets though. My legs are cold because the blanket is not covering them, once again. Still sitting on the druggy couch, because that's how it be. Can't tell how different this is when I'm sober. I feel like it's not too much different. Maybe just my head's a little bit more stationary and not floating around the place. You can see the tyre up there. I've moved the tyre up onto like our little bench thing. Kind of doesn't look that good. It looks kind of cluttered. But what you going to do about that? I don't know. Shit. It's the school holidays. I would have expected to be doing more stuff during the school holidays. But my girlfriend's got work. And I've got nothing. I don't know. I'll figure stuff out to do. Stuff to make me feel good. The podcast will be good. Be fun editing this one up tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, I guess I'll talk about the party tonight. Me and my girlfriend went over and helped us set stuff up. and kind of just kicked around, waited until people got there. My girlfriend went out and bought a new car, which was pretty cool. It's a nice car. It's a Toyota Corolla, Little Windy or whatever it's called. It's not windy, Super Windy. It's called a Super Windy. It's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, everyone got to the party, just sat around. I chopped up a bunch of celery sticks for the party, and I was kind of weird. It was I don't know why celery sticks were the option. It was I got there, I was like, man, I don't think anyone's going to eat these celery sticks. It was a few hours in, I was like, no one's touched any of these. I was like, you know what, I chopped these celery sticks, I'm going to eat these celery sticks. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of celery. Everyone assumed that I liked celery because I was eating it a lot. Not the biggest fan of celery. It's fine, I'll eat celery. Celery's cool. But if someone's like, do you want celery? I'd say no. Oh yeah, no one was eating the celery, so I started eating the celery. And then some people were like, yo, he's a fan of the celery. He's liking that celery. So everyone else started having a little bit of celery. Harry had some celery, Hattie had some celery. My girlfriend hates celery, so she didn't want to touch me. And someone else came around. Georgie's sister-in-law came around and was like, yo, champion, you're eating the celery. She had some celery, Georgie's sister had some celery, it was cool. The celery was gone by the end of the night. Now, there's never been a time in my life when I've seen celery sticks be more popular than carrot sticks. Never. Never have I seen that. There was 4 carrot sticks left over by the end of the night. Celery sticks wiped out. High demand. Not enough supply. There was cake left over at the end of the night. There was bread left over. There was everything, man. But not celery sticks. Because celery sticks are champion. Nah, they're just okay. The cake was okay. It was a little bit too icing-y for me. I used to love icing when I was little, but cake. I'm not a big fan of cake, eh? Cake used to be cool. But cake now, it's a little bit too dry, a little bit too crummy, a little bit too much of a mess, and then the icing's a little too rich. So it's very hard to get perfect cake. I've had some pretty good cake in my life. I don't know if I've had perfect cake. I've had cake where I'm like, that's good cake. I can eat that shit. It's not very often that you get cake where you're like, oh, cake, you know? It's just a thing that you have to eat because that's what our societal norms have trained us to do. Eat cake. My favourite type of cake? I don't know. I don't eat cakes. Yeah, but no drinking at the party. I was offered a couple drinks. I did not accept. Yeah, it feels good. It's my first Friday in 4 weeks that I haven't. 4 weeks that I've been sober. It feels healthy. It feels nice and healthy. I'm quite tired, so I'm not going to pull an all-nighter. Probably. Hey, I'm not going to say never, but I'm definitely I'm not going to pull an all-nighter. I ended up uploading my speed art of the micro exhibition that I did because I didn't want to waste all that time that I did editing it and actually doing the speed art and stuff for just not to upload it. So it's up on YouTube. You don't have to check it out if you don't want. It's not interesting or anything. I just wanted to upload it. I printed off a big A2. I actually handed it in and I printed it off on A3. We were supposed to print it out on A2. And I was like, nah, come on, someone else is going to print it out on A3. It doesn't matter. I won't get lower marks. I brought it in. I looked on the desk. I was like, oh shit. There's not a single other A3. Every single other bit of paper's A2. I was freaking out, so I left my artwork rolled up in a tube so that no one could see my pitiful size. Not that it matters. Alright? Yeah, and then I went and, but then I went to go wait for my sister to pick me up, because I had the orthodontist that day, my braces got tightened, feeling nice and secure. I waited in the McDonald's car park for my sister to come pick me up, and I went into McDonald's to buy my sister a frozen Coke, and my lecturer was in there. And he pulled up to me, he was like, oh hey, I really liked your print. And I was like, thanks man. And he said that he almost missed it because it was still in a tube. And I was like, yeah, I was a little bit embarrassed of the size. Not that it matters. But he said I got good marks. So thank you, Shane. They've released new frozen Fantas at McDonald's. They're it's a orange, just classic orange Fanta. I hadn't seen the advertisements. Me and my girlfriend went to McDonald's today. We were at the drive-thru. The guy on the machine didn't ask us what kind of drink we wanted. And we're pulling up to the window, and I saw them hand out, I sort of thought it was like a yellowy peach colour, and I was like, yo, what the fuck's that? And I was like, yo, what is that? Geordie's like, what? And I'm like, what is that? What's that weird coloured frozen Coke? She was like, I don't know, what was it? And then we pulled up, we got our default small Cokes with ice. Fucking drinks with ice is trash, by the way. It turns out it was a frozen orange, and I was like, oh, I much would have preferred a frozen orange to a small Coke with ice. Now, I can acknowledge that frozen Coke is Coke with ice. But There's a big difference between Coke and ice and frozen Coke, isn't there? Coke with ice is garbage. Any drink with ice is garbage except for water, in my opinion. How long's this been going for? 34 minutes. We're making some headway. Headway? Is that the word? I don't know. How much ginger bees have I got? Oh, what? This cup's gone too. I don't even notice when I'm finishing these off. What else do I have to talk about? Should we move on to the my least favourite things? Because I don't have anything else to talk about now. Pretty sure that was everything I had to talk about on the list anyway, that I can remember at least. My least favourite things. My least favourite food. I don't know. I never liked mushrooms. Mushrooms are weird. They taste like snails and they have the consistency of rubber snails. So I'm not big on those. I didn't like avocados when I was little. Avocados are fine now, I guess. I can eat avocados. I didn't like eggs for a long time. Eggs are good now. I like eggs. Edamame. I've got... So the weirdest thing that I've eaten was like some weird little larvae maggot thing that was inside some edamame. Edamames are like steamed beans or something. It's like a Japanese food. We used to get them from a restaurant and I was like, yo, those are nice as. My mum bought some from a shop, cooked them all up. I was like, yum, 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 yum. Munch all those down, had a look inside of one of them. And I'd eaten this, eaten this larvae thing and I was like, fuck that, I'm never eating those again. I have not eaten one to this day. I hated sushi when I was little, but I think I only hated it because of the seaweed. Nowadays, sushi, I love sushi. It's not worth the price, but I like sushi. My least favourite fake flavour? Grape. Grape flavourings... pardon me. Grape flavourings of stuff suck. Like, the frozen grape that they released? Trash. Lollies? Grape lollies? Trash, dude. There's only a couple things that I can give some headway to the grape. Hubba Bubba, maybe? Like, it's not the best flavoured Hubba Bubba. I don't love it. But it's like grape, I can put up with that. I had a grape Hubba Bubba the other day because I was feeling a little bit saucy. I had a grape Hubba Bubba. It was fine, it was good, you know? Enjoyed it. Most grape stuff, though, stay away. My least favourite alcohol. Cody's. Fuck Cody's, man. Cody's is the worst shit in my life. Like, are you a bogan? Yeah, you fucking must be if you're drinking that. Yeah. Cody's is garbage. My least favourite movie. My least favourite movie is The Power of One. I read The Power of One by Bryce Courtney. I was like, yo, this book is fucking awesome. This is a great book. I think I read that when I was in primary school, 100%. I was in primary school and read that. I was like, oh, Dad, can we watch the movie? I tried to like hold the movie off till I finished the book. Finished the book, I was like, yes, time to watch the movie. Worst movie in my fucking life. Maybe, it was really bad. It did not give the book justice at all. The book was so good. I recommend that. Not to everyone, but I recommend it to people who like good books. It's a long read though, but it's got all you want. It's got Nazis, it's got circumcision, it's got boxing, it's got dead people, it's got chickens, it's got knives, tattoos, people called piss cop. It's got all you want, man. My least favourite animal, I don't know. I don't like cats. Cats can be cool though. Like, you can get cool cats, but not often. A lot of cats are dickheads, man. My least favourite rapper. That's difficult. Can't actually think of one that I hate. There probably is one though. I hated Tekashi 6ix9ine for a long time, but you gotta get into him. It's a quiet taste, man. The Stupid song he released, Stupid. I heard it for the first time in Harry's car today. Sounds good. I like it. Now, I thought he was just some, like, stupid guy. But he's not, man. He's actually smart. He knows what he's doing. He's playing people. He knows what he's doing. My least favourite superhero. My least favourite superhero was Captain America for a long time. Thought he was the gayest superhero. But he's not that bad. He has his moments. Not really in, like, Avengers and stuff. He's just, like, homo and all of that. But in his standalone first movie, pretty good. I didn't watch most of that movie, but I've heard it was pretty good. There's going to be something that I've missed talking about, and I'm going to be so disappointed, because I had everything sorted out. But I'm pretty sure I checked everything off. What was on the list was, I know the Sakura Festival was on there. Check, done. I know the police emergency was on there. Check, done. I cannot remember what was after that. Pretty sure my dream, I don't know if that was right after that, but my dream was on there. Done. The Fly Genocide was done. And the party, Bry's party was done. Landscaping must have been on there, so that was done. What am I going to talk about next week? I'm going to have to get up some stuff this week, won't I? On the hard mucky grinder, you know? Don't worry, I'll have a good story for you next time from this week. That I do not promise, but I hope it happens. Okay, let me come up with something real good, real quick, to end this with. Maybe I'll try to go back and tell you a story from my childhood. I don't know how many good stories I have from my childhood. There was this one time where... Okay, so I used to eat dog biscuits as a kid. I don't know why, I just did that. I was eating dog biscuits with my dog. His name was Chopper, rest in peace, love you buddy. I ate some dog biscuits with him, just chilling out as the bros. And then I kind of felt sick. I was like, oh, I don't feel too good. Went outside, spewed up on the porch. I was like, that's really sad. Maybe I'll eat dog biscuits to make myself feel better. Went and ate some more dog biscuits. Cheered me up. One time, I spewed up. My sister felt bad for me and gave me a mandarin. I ate the mandarin, spewed the mandarin up. Should I just tell some spew stories? In intermediate, we were going to Splash Planet. This is probably my most embarrassing spew story. Oh, no, actually, maybe not. Okay, so I was on the bus to from Splash Planet. We had a Splash Planet trip in my first year of intermediate, and I was on the bus. I was like, yo, I ain't feeling too good, man. And I was like, hey, I'm not feeling good. I was at the back of the bus. It's not where you're supposed to sit. And they're like, man, you need a bag? I was like, yeah, man, I need a bag. They gave me a bag. I spewed up in the bag. But I didn't like go, I like went and just kind of spat it into the bag. No one saw me do it, which was good. I kind of just spewed in the bag. Spewed in my mouth, spat in the bag. Tied the bag up. I moved to the front of the bus, I think. Gave me another bag to tie it up. And a bunch of the people in another classroom were trying to call me Chucky for like 2 weeks. But I was a hard brick to crack. I did not put up with it. They were like, hey Chucky. I was like, cool, whatever. Fucking call me Chucky, I don't care. And they gave up after a while. Okay, here's probably my most embarrassing spew story. It was primary school. I was a year 4 and I was in class. And actually like a week before, some other dude got sick and he spewed up. And I noticed some signs. He stared into space and he was kind of just like zoned out when he felt sick. Then he was just like, I felt sick, and he walked outside and spewed. Or he spewed on the carpet, I don't know, I can't remember, his name was Adam. Yeah, and I was like, damn, poor dude, he spewed. And the next week I was sitting in class, and I was starting to zone out, and I was looking into space, and I was like, fuck, is this what happened to Adam? I was like, I feel sick. I was like, oh no, I might spew. And I like spewed in my mouth. And I was like, nah bro, you gotta swallow that shit down, you're not spewing in class right now. I tried to swallow it, I was like, went down for a little split second, more came up. I didn't make that noise either, I did like a little spit again. I'm quite a good spewer. And I spewed up all over the desk, all over my books, over some people's books. I can't remember who it was, one of the girls like turned around and went, oh, you spewed! And everyone turned around and was like, oh, who spewed? And then my teacher, Mr. Davis, he was like, yeah, get up, leave. Get out of here. And I went to the toilet, I spewed up in the bathroom a few times. And what I heard from one of my mates was that when I left, Mr. Davis said behind my back, that's what babies do. I was like, you're a fuckwit, Mr. Davis. Don't do that. No, he's fine. Don't have any beef with Mr. Davis. Another spew story. I must have a lot of spew stories. I was at the Foxton Beach with Georgie, Harry, Hattie, Cullen, Abby, and I can't remember why we were there. It might have been Goldie's funeral, rest in peace, Goldie. No, he's still alive. What am I fucking talking about? Goldie's still alive. I don't think it was Goldie's funeral though. Yeah, we played like Truth or Dare, and Harry dared me to scull a whole 1.5 litre bottle of sparkling duet. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do that. I chugged it, and did not feel good in my stomach. My stomach was like, yo, if you don't do something about this, your stomach's going to explode. I could feel it fizzing up in my stomach. I did like fizz it up beforehand though to make it not so fizzy. But it was still expanding in my stomach. I was like, it's actually going to pop if I don't do something. So I was like, yo, I need to spew. And I just put my fingers down my throat and spewed everywhere. And Harry was freaking out. He's like, yo, you need to fucking, yo. He's like, yo, do it again. And I just kept spewing, like, I don't know, like 5 times. I put my fingers down my throat, spewed all over my Converse. Had to clean those up. Cool. Did I just tell like 4 spew stories? I didn't know I had that many spew stories. I probably have more too. I got spew stories that aren't my spew stories. One time in the middle of the night, my cat spewed all over my bed and then just fucked off. I woke up and I was like, yo, what's this wet feeling? I was like, what the hell is this? I turned my lamp on, there was spew all over it. Like, it was an unnatural amount of spew. Like, it looked like human spew, but it was full of cat food. I was like, what? How is that? How can that be? But it was. He did it. Had to do it to you, sorry boy. I'll give you guys one more story and then I'll shut the podcast down. Hope those little stories were nice for you guys. This one's not a spew story though. So I was like in my room and just like, this was in my my first room in my house. And I was sitting there and I was like, it smells like fish in here. Like, it smells like decaying fish. And it was like, fuck, what is that stench? And my parents kept like being like, yo, what is that smell? And I was just like, is there like food in here or something? Have I missed something? And I was just like grossed out. I was like, fuck. I kept always trying to find the smell of the fish and I had no idea where it was coming from. And one day I like went for another search and I was like, oh, is it coming from under my desk? I had this real heavy big desk, like with a little side thing. Can't be bothered to explain what the side thing was like. And I was like, I looked under the little side thing. There was just a smidgen off the ground, and I was like, I was like, fuck, it smells under here. It smells. That might be where the smell's coming from. And I saw a little lump at the back, in the back corner. Sorry that this area is noisy as fuck, by the way. There's always cars hooning through. Sorry about that. But yeah, I saw this little lump, and I was like, what is that? That's what's smelling. That is what's smelling. And I got my dad to help me move the desk because that shit was heavy as. And he helped me move the desk. And I looked, and there was this dead ass little mouse there. He was like torn to shreds by the cat. And the thing was that the cat got him. And then before he died, he ran under my desk. And there was like bloody claw marks all up the wall from him trying to climb up the wall. And there was like him sliding down the wall, blood marks. It was like a little bloody corner. And it was like, oh my god, poor guy. Like, he was fucked. It was fucked. I hope it didn't take him that long to die because that's not a good way to go. Bloody claw marks up the wall. Come on, dude. Shit was gross as. My parents made me clean it up. Not that it was their fault either, but, you know, fair enough. I guess I'll clean it up. That's my story. It's pretty gross. Hope those stories were fun for you guys. Maybe that's a good way to fill in time if I don't know what to talk about, or I've run out of stuff, or I've forgotten my freaking book like an idiot because I don't swear anymore. No, fuck that. I'm still swearing. Yeah, so this has been going for 51 minutes. This is time for me to shut it down. It is 12:42, Saturday, 6th of October. That's our first night through. We started on the 5th, we ended on the 6th. Good job. I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the podcast this time and last time. Hopefully you hear from last time. Hope I can hear you next time. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been interesting. Please leave a comment asking me a question or stating something that you want me to talk about. It would really, really be appreciated. Don't be ashamed. Follow me on Instagram at pvt.hoyer and at Hoyer Lincoln. Follow me on at dimkidthrift. Follow me on SoundCloud, Hoyer Karipa. What else is there to follow me on? I don't use Twitter, but I have a Twitter. I can't remember what it's called. It's fucking useless. Somebody knocking on the door? Knock loud if you're knocking on the door. No one must be knocking on the door. Thank you. Good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. Good night.